Hello everybody and welcome to Alex Bites. I'm your host, Alex DeLanar, and it's time for another cast of Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever. We've got a ladder match between F-Odin and Death Squad on the map Regor VI Highlands. Not too much to say about it, everything's pretty much the same. If you have any cast you'd like to see, go ahead, just feel free to send me the replay my way. I'll be sure and check it out. I always appreciate a little bit of community investment, so to speak, for the 10 people or so that watch, but you know what? You all rock. No matter how many there are of you, I appreciate each and every single one. I'd like to apologize as well for the slight delay in the usual time these casts have been coming out lately. I'll level with you. I have a friend who hooked me on Warframe, not to talk about other games here, but I've been slightly delayed. But as my addiction slowly fades away, we shall see me going back to a normal schedule yet again. So let's go ahead, all that introduction aside, let's go ahead and launch the match. I'll see you on the other side. And here we are into the match. Let's go ahead and start, as any cast should, by introducing both of our players. Let's go ahead and split these fellas off if I can remember how to separate my camera controls. Here we are. So up here in the top we have F-Odin rocking the red as our UEF player ranked 1627. And up here in the bottom we've got Death Squad as our blue Seraphim player ranked 1880. Looks like we got first land coming out from both players, entirely unsurprising because first land is always good land. Let's go ahead and just watch them in their opening throws there as they get their initial factories up and get things started off there. They're both building up a couple of mass extractors. In fact, they're both building up all mass extractors because as the hydrocarbon is right nearby, that is just begging for a hydrocarbon rush. And then, of course, out come the little units here. Actually, we've got a Mech Marine immediately out for F-Odin. Likes a little bit of aggressive play, it would seem. Let's go ahead and zoom out on the map because things are starting to happen everywhere. Well, kind of, you know. It's a single Mech Marine. So let's see if it does its little job as it runs out there. And we'll start checking out the rest of the build orders for both players. F-Odin here at the top looks like he's going for land, air, and then another land factory up there. And then down here for our Seraphim player, we got 2 land, 1 air coming afterwards, where Death Squad is going right for his expansion with the commander to go ahead and start claiming that stuff and grab all that juicy reclaim. Which, you know, there's a fair bit of mass there. That's probably what, like 600-700 in there. That's pretty good. That lone Mech Marine getting no kills, but actually that's because he's just hiding around there. He's going to try assaulting the, he's going to lie in wait for Engineer. That's what he's going to do. And we have tanks coming out in the middle for both of our players there. That Snoop is not going to last long against those Thams. And now those 2 tanks have no scouts, so they aren't probably going to fare well in that engagement. So they're just going to hang back and wait for reinforcements, which are here. And we got a bomber coming out. Is that one going to bomb right on these guys? Come on, you're flying right over. Nope, not interested. That's alright though, because he's going to keep running and try and snag an engineer kill. I bet this guy right there. Poosh, down he goes. Always satisfying. And we finally got the commander from F-Odin running out to the expansion as well. If that's kind of the meta play there, it seems Death Squad is a little bit ahead of the game there. That poor bomber shot down in his prime. Only 1 or 2 engineer kills to his name, I don't know. I only saw the first one. If there was another one, I missed it. But we have some very good spam coming out from F-Odin at the moment, who's already got his units in the middle, so the inertia is definitely moving in his favor in the middle. However, Death Squad is a little bit faster to get the side expansions going, so that's going to work in Death Squad's favor. So we'll see who ends up ahead. We have a slight air advantage going for F-Odin after a little bit of skirmish there, it looks like. And now 1 lone interceptor is bravely going to try charging those interceptors down, and surprisingly, lone wolf tactics don't work. When you're an air unit, it's all about numbers. And we got ourselves more mayhem in the middle. F-Odin is just steamrolling over the trickle of units slowly coming their way. However, Death Squad, perhaps due to the early grab of the expansion, in fact, he's got all those 3 maxes there. F-Odin does not yet. And we can see the impact that is having on the eco there, where they're actually kind of comparatively equal, which you might expect. Perhaps this, oh yeah, look at that, little engineer buddy got shot down over there, so he's finally going to claim that extension from Death Squad. That lone lab doing wonders there. We've got a single solitary point defense. Is that done? Looks done, but sadly little engineer died before he could put up walls. Poor fella. And we have an attack coming in there to go ahead and harass that side part there. Death Squad maybe hoping his commander's a little bit back here, but it's not meant to be. Wow, we have a cheeky grab from Death Squad there. Actually grabbed the mass extractor on his opponent's side. Ah, love it. However, we have quite an imposing force of Thams coming out from Death Squad here, and as they are, it's pretty comparable numbers against F-Odin's forces. Aided with that commander there, this is probably going to get all cleaned up, so let's hope they do some good damage, but it's not looking like they're in a prime position to do that. One mass extractor factory down there, but they're going to want to run away. Come on, guys, you're going to want to run away. See, they know he's coming. Determined to take that factory out and run away, but there aren't going to be too many to call back home. Let's see, and they're getting away alright. Not as bad as I thought it would be. Anyway, let's go ahead and appreciate the eco real quick. Let's go look at the eco real quick that we got going on from our players. Air transport from F-Odin out here. Go ahead and start claiming some of those little side cliff edges there. And otherwise, let's see, we've got 2 factories currently upgrading to T2 at the moment in his base. Meanwhile, Death Squad back here has got 1 T2 mechs up already and no other mechs is planned for the time being. Currently getting out some power there. Let's see how power situation is doing for both of our players. Death Squad there, pretty nice balance there at the top of the bar. F-Odin has gone for a little bit more power, but he's also started going for more mexes, so I think it's kind of worked out overall in the end. So the balance of power is definitely in F-Odin's favor for the time being. This force is starting to look a little bit intimidating. This force may be thinking about doing a little attack on the right there. Currently defended by a commander. But we have T2 land actually coming out from Death Squad, so I completely missed that switch. Where's that T2 factory? Is it there? Is it there? Where'd it go? Got T2 units. Oh, I'm blind. It's right there in the middle. And over here, we've got just a lot of spam coming out from F-Odin and no tech currently planned from the looks of it. These guys here are going to try and grab some eco. They're going to run head first into commander though, but hey, they'll take out some nexes. And that's worth it, right? We have... Ooh, this attack is going to get sandwiched, and all those units are going to bite the dust. That's right, run away, fellas. And we'll see if that prompts a T2 tech switch. Oh wait, nope, I missed an upgrade to T2. Right there. I thought that was just building tanks. I must be blind. It's immediately going for a Sparky from the looks of it. Nope, that's a T2 engineer. What do Sparkies look like? Because apparently I forget. Oh, no, I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference between those at a glance. Oh well. I mean, it's easy when they're right up next to each other, but so many things are. Anyway, so with that win in the front there, Death Squad's Tech 2 switch really proving its merits there early on. He's just going to start moving his way slowly inside the base. Meanwhile, not much going down. It looks like Death Squad has managed to build a comparable air force for the time being, and he has started to expand a little bit more with that air power, in fact, with a couple more air factories coming up there. So perhaps looking to contest the air a little bit more seriously than F-Odin is, who currently, from the looks of it, still only has that solitary air factory. Versus 3 air factories now. So Death Squad is certainly looking to commit a little bit more to the air, it would seem, except for the fact that 2 of those factories are idle. So, you know, maybe not that much of a seriousness glance. You know, it's like he sent out a memo to the company like, don't worry folks, we shall work to correct this tragedy that is the lack of our air. And yet it doesn't actually do anything about it. Ah, well. Anyway, we got pillars coming out. Pillars rock. And they will help assist the force from F-Odin. These guys here looking to run forward. It looks like perhaps he spotted that point defense. A very excellent spotting there from Death Squad. He's going to send the solitary mobile artillery out to where he suspects that's going to be. That's some excellent observation skills. And actually we have serious power problems from Death Squad. So maybe he should not have turned on those power factories. Or air factories, I should say. He's going to want a little bit more power out there. Unless he's building a T2 power at the moment. Not that I can see. What is that thing? Oh, that's anti-air cannons. T2. Well, that's going to help clear out the air quite a bit. Let's see, these guys are running right headlong into a force there, while he's got a slight T2 advantage with that formation and against, you know, right up into F-Odin's base. I don't think they're going to be able to breach. Oh, especially with these forces right back there. So it's a nice attack, but sadly, what it is doing is leaving a lot of delicious eco right there for F-Odin to scoop up, who is still doing quite well. He's currently about 4k ahead. It seems like he's been pretty consistently ahead on generated eco. I say that. It just fell behind. Whoopsies. And now it's back up again. But yeah, pretty consistently ahead on the eco there. Always having a little bit more mass than his opponent. However, that might change here in a moment as these Zooies come out. Everybody loves a dreaded Zooey drop, right? And out they go. What are they going to take out? Nothing in particular at the moment. They're just on free fire. Oh, but they're going to do damage regardless. Looks like we got some damage on the Mass Extractor. They really need to target that down. Come on. There we go. So completely oh wait, yeah. So they managed to take out one Mass Extractor and then ran away. But hey, that's still an effective little attack. I think. Somebody do the math. I don't know. Somebody else can do the math on that. Whether 4 Zooies and, or is it 6? You know, somewhere between 4 and 6 Zooies plus a transport is worth taking out a T2 mechs. You know, somebody else can do the math on that. Especially when it hasn't been deprived for very long. Oh well. We'll figure it out someday. Anyway, these guys are just going to be able to steamroll right on in there. The commander perhaps wisely backing off there. With pretty comparable numbers of units armed with T2, that commander would probably be in somewhat of a dire situation. And who wants to risk commander if that's not necessary? However, that T2 switch coming out from Death Squad appears to have petered out. The advantage that Death Squad gained has been, well, kind of made up for. As we see just a little wave of red slowly squishing down Death Squad. However, he's got units behind enemy lines there. Those Zooies there that took out that point defense and then just continued running on in. We'll see how much damage they are able to do. Defended by a couple T2 tanks though. That might not do so well. And we have the commander has been caught. Uh-oh. This might go well. He's getting stuck against the cliff. That's not a comfortable position to be in at all. Oh no, he actually got stuck up against it. But defended with those T2 units from Death Squad, he's going to be able to run in the water, but still, yes, we can see why he didn't want to stick around and fight. That was close, regardless. And sadly, F-Odin not accomplishing a comm kill, and instead just losing all of his units. So actually, that was probably more of a benefit to Death Squad than it was to F-Odin. That's not going to help out at all, but he still got a pretty nice lead overall. But, you know, all it takes is one mistake, one failed battle, and that could all be undone. It looks like Death Squad here really built up heavy on the air and has good numbers now. However, we have a little bit of a counter strike on the right side there. Oh no, those units left at the worst time, just as the Zooies got into the base. Oh, that's a crappy time to leave. However, the flank attack from F-Odin looks a little bit more intimidating. Just a few more units back there, you know, than Death Squad decided to commit. It got cleared off. It looks like they took out almost that Mass Extractor, but that Hydrocarbon, as well as a couple of P-Gens there, so that was quite an effective attack. I mean, you know, it's a little effective. 4 artillery for Hydrocarbon, that's probably a good deal. Although it's not like F-Odin's probably suffering on power at the moment. Nope, he's got plenty. However, these guys there took out a couple air factories, and it looks like they're going to get all cleaned up by that force there. He's going to take that opportunity, that distraction perhaps from the main army, to try and take out this little side base there. It is assisted by the commander, so the commander's probably not going to want to attack into this. So they can go ahead and just clear out those Mass Extractors. Is it worth losing all those units, however? Perhaps not, especially seeing as the commander already grabbed up all those resources. However, if that commander does not run away right now, holy crap, just watch the health just melt off of it. That commander's stuck on land just a little bit too long, but he got underwater just in time. Whew. Death Squad here cutting it close time and time again with that commander. And we've got a tech switch to T2 air for Death Squad. And still not too much commitment on the air for F-Odin, who is doing quite well on the generated mass front there. We're up to 100 versus 81. However, I'm sensing an air switch on the way there, and that can be quite damaging. Now, what is that icon right there? That is the gunship, the Volthus. Oh man. So it looks like Death Squad here, I was about to say Odin, it looks like Death Squad here is looking to take advantage of all this air force he's been building up, and is going to start building gunships to start defending with. Now, he's got a lot of land to defend against, but those Ilshivas, I hear great things about them. Well, they're not going to be too good, you know, 6 against this probably. But you know, I hear Ilshivas are pretty awesome. And we can see them definitely holding their own right now against those forces. So it looks like Death Squad here maybe looking to kind of consolidate in the territory he's able to get, and is going to start harassing with gunships. Uh-oh. We got a little attack coming out there, just a whole bunch of Lobos there. So we've got, oh, but we had defending Zooies. And actually we have a gunship out here as well. So those aren't going to get anything done at all. But they tried. And yeah, we definitely have a lot of gunships coming out for the moment. How many gunships do we have? I wasn't looking before. We currently have just a repeat build of gunships. So Death Squad here really looking to go ahead and try and capitalize on the air game, but I wonder if F-Odin spotted that gunship and is building anything in preparation. Perhaps not. So we'll see how well that switch manages to go for Death Squad as he's running those units away on the left side. Now that is a pretty intimidating amount of Ilshvas. It looks like he is pretty much gone entirely for T2 Ilshvas as his land forces. And we can see here them definitely starting to pay off there. And these big numbers there, these guys are just melting through the units of F-Odin. Oh, that hurts. However, we have a lot of flapjacks on the way. I'm not quite sure that's the best plan at the moment since he hasn't quite won these land battles yet. These mobile missile launchers, people say, are much better against static emplacements. You know, long range, more standoff tactics. Against a mobile force like the Ilshvas, I'm not too sure they'll do a great job. Yeah, the radar going down though, that's kind of nice there, denying the intel. We've got a back radar up here though, so, you know, there's still scouting to be done. And we have somewhat of a Rambo comm coming out here for Death Squad, who's already got gun, he's got T2, and now he's got Nano waiting. Probably suffering on power, I don't know. Currently waiting to start building up Nano. Not a lot of resources thrown into it for the time being. So either way, looking to build himself up a scary commander, indeed. However, the eco for F-Odin continues to rise, currently 10k mass ahead in the map. However, it's starting to look like F-Odin's investments are not really going places. Looks like he has gone T3, however. Percival's are pretty awesome, I hear. We have a single Ilshva managing to run behind the base there, and not many defenses over there. So it looks like this little outpost is going to fall, and that's a painful 24 mass about to go for F-Odin. And that's never nice to lose. Let's see there, we got little cliffs being taken from both players. A little bit of defense, a little bit of radar there, everybody's favorite. However, F-Odin here just running all his units by. Now, the problem with that, I think, is that they're not accomplishing anything other than dying, and they're kind of dying by Death Squad, who really should probably start that nano repair here eventually, rather than just leaving it paused. And for the first time, we actually see Death Squad's scores start to rise. I'm wondering if we're going to be seeing a gunship snipe here. We got a lot of gunships building up there. Now, if you have, let's see, 9. Oh wait, 1's going on the attack. But anyway, we have like 8 back here. Now, every individual gunship does about 80 DPS a second. When you start adding that to, you know, 10, whatever, that's 800 DPS a second. That doesn't take long to shoot through a commander's health. Not long at all. It's like 20 seconds. And 20 seconds may seem like a lot of time, but also, it doesn't. Wait, what was that I just saw? I thought I saw something else pop up in there in the alert. So either way, we have T3 land continuing to come out there. He finally started building his nano repair, and that is an amazing 86 health per second commander repairing with gun, and T2, that's going to be scary. So it looks like Death Squad perhaps noticed the T3 switch that came out for F-Odin and went up as well. So he's got, I think they're called the Authams, right? Yep, the Authams. Coming out there to go ahead and start contesting the Percivals, as these mighty bots face off against one another there. So both players kind of having lost their expansions there. It looks like we've got a single solitary T1 engineer looking to grab whatever mass he can, and Death Squad has finally, for the first time in the match, well, I mean, there have been a couple of instances, you know, but he's actually caught up F-Odin's eco, and is now continuing to build up there. So we got a lot of T2 mass extractors on the main base, and we've actually got one T3 mass extractor and another on the way. So Death Squad is focusing on the long-term eco at the moment. Let's see what F-Odin's got in the cards there. We got T2, 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 T2. A lot of factories with adjacency bonuses as well. But then again, so does this guy, so it doesn't really matter too much. That is 2 T3 mass extractor upgrades going on at the same time. Oh boy. I think it's better to have engineer assist, right? I mean, it's not like something I always do, but when it's right in the core base, I imagine it's definitely possible. One single Percival just gonna plap those things down in no time. How much Alpha Strike damage does this thing have? Let's see, 1670, so that is a lot of overkill on a single T1 mass extractor. Come on, no, it's gonna walk right out of range. Yes. Oh, no, it didn't get it. It ran right out of range just too late. Oh, wait, nope, it got it. Never mind. I'm a liar. And we still have gunships building up for Death Squad. Well, it looks like maybe Death Squad has stopped the gunship production. Oh, he's going to build up a ton of air scouts and then go right for T3 air. We'll see how that goes. Oh, and we have that air there. Oh, man, F-Odin not paying attention to those interceptors there. And oh boy, ouch. It looks like they might have run right into a blind spot right in there. But that's going to go... I thought it was going to go better for Death Squad. A whole lot of those interceptors were out of fuel. That might be an issue. But the numbers were in Death Squad's favor regardless. And he was able to clear off that interceptor force. So that makes me think these gunships are suddenly going to come out in force. Watch them just melt the Percival. Just pew, 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 and down it goes. There's 18 kill Percival, no more. And now we have a whole bunch of gunships largely unopposed in the skies. Let's see what kind of anti-air components we got coming out for this fella here. We actually do have a bit of T2 flak in the mix here. Looks like 2, 3 maybe. Wait, 2? You know, 2. But the land force is going to be enough to deal with that. So what are the gunships going to do? Now's the time to take advantage of them. But it looks like F-Odin is not interested. Well, actually, never mind. There we go. We've got T2 air. Gotten quite a few kills so far. And more T3 air there, so F-Odin, perhaps realizing the air loss that he's had, has decided to bail. And start building up a lot of anti-air defenses, who is currently suffering on power as well. He's building up more power as a response. It's probably that anti-air SAM launcher not helping anything at all. Those things cost, remind me, 8,000 power in one go. That's a lot. But with that power generator up there, you'll get that power up in no time. However, we have gunships. But little air defenses from Death Squad. So these gunships aren't going to be quite as effective, or at the very least they'll take losses that they don't need to. But the defensive Armada, wing, whatever you call it for air units, is coming in to help defend Death Squad's units. Those gunships will probably be able to take it out. Oh no, these are T3 mass extractors. That's going to hurt to lose. In fact, his eco was already climbing far above F-Odin. Ouch, you got 160 versus 117, and look at this. The mass differential is slowly lessening. With only 5k now, from the 10k it was before. We've got Othams, I should say, just starting to defend against these. The Percival taking a lot of artillery fire. Pew, and then the alpha damage from the Othams there. Down it goes. And it looks like that advantage that F-Odin had has been systematically destroyed. Or not really systematically, but it just kind of got wiped out pretty quickly. We got gunships harassing all of the external, like, little placements, you know, those cliff expansions being taken out bit by bit, and F-Odin's eco has collapsed. He's pretty much down to the core mexes he's got up there. 1 T2 mass extractor, and actually, he had a lot of these being upgraded, or thought about it, and then decided to pause. Oh no, it looks like he may have selected all 4 at once to upgrade. Yeah, nobody's got the eco for that. Ouch. F-Odin currently spending a lot more than he is able to get. It certainly does hurt to lose that much eco at once. And now Death Squad is looking to be in a pretty dominating position, because now every moment that goes by goes into Death Squad's favor, who's now ahead as well. 9k mass ahead already, and that is probably going to continue climbing, as Death Squad has a lot of eco on this side, or either player would love to get some eco up around here. We got some T3 heavy point defense looking to help defend against the land forces from Death Squad there. But these things are going to go up quite slow with the amount of eco that F-Odin has. Take a look at these things. These things cost 2,000 mass. At only 40 mass a second, that's going to take a while, especially when you got other projects going on. He really wants to get just one of these engineers to start reclaiming around this area, because seriously, look at that reclaim right there. That is delicious. We've got reclaiming engineers from Death Squad of all things on the side of the map there, so that hurts. However, he's got 1 Ravager up already, 2 Ravagers up already actually. That's going to go ahead and help shoo these units away for the time being, but it is only a defensive measure. Oh, hey there. We've got a Sinna. Syntha. We got a Syntha, a Seraphim T3 strategic bomber. Scary. Oh boy. So that's what that sound is. That pew. That is a Seraphim strategic bomb. As I give my excellent sound effects. This is why I'm not a sound engineer, guys. Alright, we got a Ythota coming up. Let's see, where's that thing being built? Right there. And with the amount of eco the Death Squad has, it's actually going to be pretty well. He's already got 9,000 in the bank. Now, a Ythota, let's see, has 26,000 mass requirements, so he's got that about a third of the way there already. I mean, you know, he's got the mass to make it a third of the way there already. That is scary to see. So that thing's going to be building up there, and there's currently no response that F-Odin can really give, whose eco has lessened even more than it did already. These gunships here are perhaps the game-winning move from Death Squad, able to take off a huge amount of eco up there. These were all T3 mass extractors up here. That is a lot of mass income per second for those. Let me just remind myself, that's 29, I believe, right? Well, full adjacency bonus, I'm pretty sure it's 29. That hurts. That's around 60 mass. A second, just up there alone. And these gunships have been able to run all around elsewhere and just kill everything. That hurts to see. And now these guys are going on a bit of a reclaim hunt there, but a lot of that has already been grabbed by Death Squad already. Let's just take a look at reclaim numbers here as well. So Death Squad has made a whopping nearly 70,000 mass this map versus F-Odin's 37,000. Ouch. Now at this point, that isn't the defining factor in terms of mass differential. That's about a, let's say, 33k. And now Death Squad is actually 60k ahead. That's crazy. But that just goes to show you F-Odin's attacks on Death Squad side of the map there, making a huge impact on the overall way this has gone. The gunships have actually run out of fuel, and a bad time for it. They got picked off. I wonder, where'd those strap bombers go for Death Squad? Oh, now he's just building them up there. We've got 4 strategic bombers coming out now, so it looks like Death Squad going for both strategic bombers and a Ythota. Either one which could win the game. Well, probably not strategic bombers with the amount of shielding and anti-air SAM launchers F-Odin has currently got, but F-Odin is currently now in hide and turtle mode. And at this stage of the game, that's probably not the best way to be. Let's see, we've got T3 mass pumps up at the core base now. All but one has been upgraded, which is helping the eco out a little bit, but honestly, not that much in the grand scheme of things. Death Squad is up to 257 mass per second, F-Odin at 86, and the mass has climbed for Death Squad. That's just painful to watch. Anyway, we got ourselves an attack here on the right flank there. Looks like the numbers are in favor of Death Squad for sure. Maybe not the engagement, though. They're going to be stuck in that tiny little choke point there. Perhaps Death Squad realizing that and retreating just a bit. Because it's not always about the numbers, folks. It's about how you use them. And those guys there just going to be picking apart there. We got a little drop over there on the left side. What's that little transport doing? Take me over there. Alright, we've got 2 pillars looking to drop. Those guys are not going to do too well with the forces moving in the left flank. That's for sure. I didn't know you could zoom in the minimap like that. Don't know why I never tried. That's cool. Anyway. So we've got the Ythota finished for Death Squad. It's going to start marching its way forward. We've got forces building up on the left flank, on the right flank, a Ythota in the middle, and F-Odin simply does not have the eco to be able to defend against all these things. That's going to have to watch. And what is the strategic bomber count up for now? We've got 6 strap bombers, and we can see here the scouting being done. Just these scouts just running in and suiciding against each other. Let's see, there's something I've always been curious about, which I really should have looked at before, but, wait, no. I was wondering how they had those little bleep, with those little, like, blips there. That's must be from the scouts dying, actually. See, yep, those scouts run in, they die, but they've left vision left over there. Alright, and now the Ythota has entered into the front there. He's been getting shot by some Ravagers, but the Ravagers do not hold up well against that fire, that's for sure. This thing is going to storm in there. Storm the very defenseless front line and just continue marching its way on. Let's just watch this thing in all of its glory. I can't actually. My computer doesn't keep up very well with that, apparently. Uh-oh. Except the Ythota's going to run headlong into a bunch of Percivals, and that's not going to go well for the Ythota. As impressive as it is and as many units as it can kill, it needs its backups. It's going to sit there, flapping those guys down. Look at them. They're so small in comparison. Isn't that just so cute? Standing up against a Titan. And actually, it looks like it will stand. Ooh, but that was close. Came so close to dying. But it just barely held out, and that was pretty much all the forces that F-Odin had. He's still got a bit of Percy's back there, but now, well, they aren't going to last long. They would lose to any individual force. So now, we've got the army for Death Squad. The Athota for Death Squad has currently got 2 veterans levels now and has regenerated 10,000 health already in his walk. Starting in Owasso of all things. Just in case this doesn't pan out, you know, it's important to think next steps. Oh, that energy bomb, whoosh. So satisfying. But more importantly, we got the main forces in the base here. Just wreaking havoc, destroying everything. And if they take out those air launchers, actually, the strap bombers, oh hey, here they come. Do 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 do, and the bomb's coming in on the commander, and down it goes. Oh, and very nice, satisfying finish there. You gotta appreciate the style points, you know? Sure, the land forces could have won in that, but you know what? Why not strap bomb as well? So that was a really excellent turnaround from Death Squad there. It's such a shame too. F-Odin had some really strong map presence in the beginning there, and I can't honestly say with my level of experience just how exactly F-Odin lost that, but perhaps not contending with that air switch from Death Squad is what did him in the end. Things might have ended up in a more even match if he had able to hold off those gun chips and not lose the eco. But sadly just fell behind, and perhaps not assaulting so much on his opponent's side of the base and giving so much reclaim, which helped Death Squad kind of keep up. So yeah, he suicided a lot of units maybe, but that is just my very noob analysis of things. Either way, this has been Regor VI Highlands, Death Squad versus F-Odin, with Death Squad taking the win. That was a very satisfying match, and I hope you all enjoyed it as well. So, been your host, Alex Delanar, and I'll see you on the other side. Have a great day.